So this is what we had done yesterday. So let's continue. So edit book, we are saying this, and let me just say methods. I will allow get and post, right? So get or post, you need ID, right? If it is a get, if request dot method equals to get, you do this, else it is going to be the post, which means user has submitted the values, right? So you already know the book ID, which is this parameter, right? So, and user going to submit few more values. So what are the values that user is going to submit, right?
Yeah, title,
So,
author, and total copies.
right, I'm just going to copy the same thing here because these are same things that user is going to submit: title, author, and copies. And instead of create book, we will update book, and ID is also passed. Now, do I have the update book function in the book model? No, right? So we are going to update it. So, right, let me just go create at the rate class method, require a class method for it. This can be a static method, def update book, and this is going to, right, right. So update book, and in the update book, we would have passed all these parameters. I'm going to take the same parameters here. Right, so here the same thing, get not get book, but I will be using the create book thing, and I'll use the same function for the get book. So which is first to get connection copies, and I'm not going to edit this. This can be whatever that was there earlier, and current user ID. Right, so we are getting the DB connection. Then instead of insert book, I'm going to write a new query to update book. What is the query to update book?
Yeah, update table name and set a column name which we have to update on based on the
Update
IDs.
books, right? Set author is equal to percentages. Then, so let's write that here to validate. Where is the PG? Update books set title equal to something, author equal to something, then office is equal to something, where ID equal to say 2. I don't know, what do we have? Select start. Let me just try to. Okay, the IDs are 1, 2, and 3, right? No. So let me just try ID. Not 1, 2, and 3. I think 3, 4, and 5. Right. So 3, 4, and 5. So where ID is equal to 5, what am I going to change? Title is equal to created title. Then author is author, copies, let me just say 5, right? So let me just update. Okay, so wait a second. Wait. Um, what is the problem? Update books set title equal to author equal to. Tell me, Moment, the SQL expert. What is the mistake here? What is the mistake? I cannot double quote. That's it. We have to use a single quote. That's it. Yeah, right. So now let me just remove this. Did it get updated?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's use the same query for the update. This is going to be replaced percentages. Right. So this is the query. So update book. So let me go back to my book model. Instead of insert book, I'm going to use this title, author, copies, current user ID, and not required. I'm going to pass just the ID. Current user is not required. We are just updating. And update book, I have to import from the utils, the query that I had written. Title, author, copies, ID. That is the same order, right? In our query as well. Title, author, copies, ID. Done. So I think we are good. So, right. So what do we have here? So if update return, otherwise edit book.html will be called. Let's redirect it to the same ID. Right. Now let's go back. So this doesn't take the current user object. So update book function takes only these things and we are good. Right. Let me go back to app. Done. We are good here as well. Home.html. Okay, let's go back to the browser. Okay, let me just start. Okay, we are good to go. Let's go back to our app.py. Edit. Right. So 3 mistakes of my life. I'm just going to update the copies here. 50 copies. That's it. And before that, I have to update the HTML also. Edit book. Where is my edit book HTML? So where am I submitting this to? I want the ID. Then edit, right? It is book and book ID. Then in the last, edit. Okay, it's a post, And that's it. We should be good. Let me reload. So here, what am I going to change? 50 from 100. So before that, just ensure. So the number of copies for the ID for three mistakes of my life, Chetan Bhagat, the total copies is how much? 100. So we are going to submit this and change it to 50. All right. So how many copies now?
50, sir.
Total copies. Now what is the bug here? I should not now my available copies says 100. What are my total copies? 50.
50.
Right. So we should be little careful here. So let us give them option to edit that as well. Right. Let us give them option to edit the available copies also. Otherwise it is going to create a problem. Right. Where is my edit book? Available copies. Is it a total copies? Just check. Book model. Get book by ID. Think we are good here. Get book by ID. So get book by ID doesn't get the to available copies. Let us get the available copies. Right. So let me just go here. Get book by ID. Book model. If I see the available copies is none, I'm going to pass the available copies also, which is book of 3. So that would our piece. Now let us click on this. Right. Now this brings this as well. I'm have to going to update that also. So for that, is it the same name that I have used? Okay, that's it. So I'll just ensure is my update also taken care. It also have to pass available copies, right? So my function, actually this book also doesn't take, right? Book model also, I have to pass the available copies. And I think we are good. So let's also do 50 and submit. Okay, so update book one available copies, update book model, missing one required parameter. So who is calling update book from here? So we are calling this and I have to pass the available copies. It seems like this is stopped for some reason. Yeah. Is it updated now? Total copies and available copies are same, right?
So,
Our code should just work fine. So to add book, new book, author name, write some monk, and copies are 5 and they submit. and done. So I got my new book, Monk, 5 copies, and I can click instead of new book. I am going to change this to Python 101. Let us say I'm the author for it, and the number of copies are 100 and available also 100, and I click on submit. Right, this got updated.
Yes, sir.
Right, so we are done with add book, edit book, get books, list books. Right, now let us try to. So now we are done with our registration, sign up, add book, edit book. Right, now what we are going to do is we are just going to create student records, create student records. Now what I want you guys to do is, right, I want you guys to work on the student records just like we have done the add book APIs. Right, add book we have run so many things. Right, for students I want you guys to do it just the same way that we have done for add book. All the features that we have added for add book you need to do for student, you need to do for student. Can we do that?